Hey everyone, Zach here. Hopefully you have an amazing day. Today we're going to talk about number 5 of the 6 rules for retention in your MLM team. Now if you haven't watched the first 4 videos, and actually the first 5 videos, because the first one is more of an umbrella video talking about unity in your team, go watch those before watching this one. If you've already watched them, today we're going to talk about number 5 of the 6 rules for retention in your MLM team. And this rule is actually really obvious, but it's amazing how many people don't abide by it. Don't mess with anyone's spouse. Sounds stupid, right? It almost sounds like duh, but you'd be super surprised how many people totally screw this one up. Think about this for a second. This is a business of relationships, and if people aren't treating other people's spouses with the utmost respect, you can literally grenade an entire team if you screw this one up. I've seen personal friends of mine with incomes over $800,000, very residual incomes, where they had to put very little work into holding their team together, and the entire thing literally went to almost zero in a matter of 2 years because the guy at the top slept with somebody in his downline. The whole thing went to basically zero. Now, is that an extreme example? Of course. Does it always go to zero? No. Do you always go as far as cheating? Obviously not. But even something as simple as flirting in the wrong areas can be very bad, and you don't want to do it, okay? Your number one, doing that kind of stuff can screw up your personal relationship, and that's more important than anything. But number 2 is you not only have that as motivation and not screw that up, but if you do this and you mess this up, this can literally blow out all of your income. So let me give you a few examples, and I've got a piece of hair in my face, but let me give you a few examples. Let's say, like, we were just at an event the other day, and there was a party at the event. So it was an annual event, and both nights there was a party. One was a qualified party, one was a unqualified party, and both events, everyone was dressed up, looking very good. One of them was a masquerade. One of them was just a regular dress up party, right? But both of them were real nice events. And what would be really stupid is if one of my downline came up and gave Ashley a full frontal assault hug. Hey, oh, it's great to see you, and kissed her on the cheek or something. I know in some cultures that's totally normal, but in America it's not. So if someone came up to her, give a full frontal assault, and kissed her on the cheek, and I'm oh, right? Number one, how bad do I want to serve that guy? Not very bad. Now that is less likely to happen. What's more likely to happen is, actually that's not unlikely for a guy to do that to a girl. What could happen is, let's say, what if a woman comes up to me and she's someone on the team, and she comes up to me and gives me a full frontal hug, or she wants to take a picture of me, but instead of me putting my arm around her shoulder or just keep my arms at the sides, right? I do one of those really close lower right in here, you hug a lady like that. I do that, and I pull her in close and I smile. How good do you think Ashley's going to feel about that? Probably not very good, right? Do you think Ashley's going to be, number one, she's not going to be very happy with me, but number 2, how happy do you think she's going to be with that lady? Not very happy. So even if Ashley's super strong, which she is, do you really think that she's massively pumped about serving that person, that woman? Not really, right? She's not that excited about it. So is it ever a good situation where your upline doesn't want to serve the downline because of relational tension? No, it's really stupid. That's a bad idea. That's really bad, right? So this can go in every facet possible. I give you a million examples. But if you want to just take a bottom line thing away from this, is treat other people's spouses with respect. And even if you're single in the business, I would highly recommend first of all, I would highly recommend not dating crossline. If you can help it, don't do it. Now, if God puts someone in, your spouse, in a cross-line business, and that's the only way he could get you two together, don't try to screw up his plan. But if you're just trying to date around, who's cute, don't treat your business like Tinder, okay? Go on Tinder. Don't do that. Because if I do that kind of stuff, even if I'm single, let's say I go date a cross-line. I'm dating them, and we get together, we're together for 6 months, and everyone around sees us together, and then we break up. Most likely, one of us isn't going to feel that good about being in the same atmosphere all the time, everyone knowing that we used to date, but now we're not dating. One of us is not going to feel very comfortable about that, and most likely one of us is going to quit. So I'm going to screw up someone else's business and future because I wanted to date them that bad. Don't treat your business like a dating pool. Seriously, don't do it. Even if you're single, that's a bad idea to be dating or, dare I say, sleeping around with different cross-line. That is the dumbest thing that you can do in your business. And it's even dumber if you're married. But a really, really fast way to literally grenade a group is to screw around with like romantic relationships. It's just a bad idea altogether. If you're going to find a relationship in your MLM team, the best way to do it is to find it in your downline. Find it in your downline, because if you mess it up, whatever, you just screw up your own downline, it is a big deal, but no big deal in all senses of the word. You do a cross-line, you're screwing up someone else's business, and you're screwing up that person, but that's besides the point. So find a relationship in your own downline if possible. If you're going to find it in your business, you're better off doing your dating outside the business, but if you're going to do it in the business, do it in your downline, and always treat other spouses or girlfriends, boyfriends with respect. If you're looking for the way to introduce yourself to people, high five, men and women, that's the safest way, just high five. Or a side hug. That's totally cool. You do a side hug, there's nothing weird going on. That's number one. Number two is when you're in communication with people. So like for instance, Ashley has guys on her team that come to her for coaching. I have women on the team that sometime when I'm recruiting them, I might be talking to women by myself, right? Now in the recruiting process, it's not a big deal because it only lasts, a week or so. But after that, I immediately get Ashley on the communication thread. So if I'm talking to a lady, I'm roping Ashley in. So it's me and Ashley and that person, that lady. If Ashley's talking to a guy, I'm on the communication thread. Even if I'm not reading them all the time, I'm at least on them so I could read them if I wanted to. You keep that open thread all the time and there's no weirdness that can happen there. That's number two. Number three is whenever there is like physical closeness, meaning if we're at an event and like I'm with a lot of the ladies on our team or Ashley's with a lot of the guys on our team. Let's say we're all riding somewhere together and I'm driving the car. If a lady wants to hop in the car, like let's say Ashley's out somewhere, she took an Uber somewhere, and I'm heading to the same venue, and I'm driving out there, and a lady wants to hop in my car. That's no big deal, unless it's just me and the lady. Then it is a big deal. Now you could be like, well, what's the big deal? It's like, who cares? Nothing's going to happen. You're right, nothing's going to happen. But what are other people viewing that as? Like other people see me driving down the road, and they see Zach and some other lady. I'm not saying they're going to think anything, but perception is reality. Reality is not reality. Oh, you're being overprotective, overreactive, all that stuff. Not so fast. Women think all kinds of things when they see kind of stuff happening. Oh, I wonder what he's thinking. I wonder what she's thinking about him. So do guys, by the way. Guys and girls do the same thing. So I'm not going to put other people myself too, in a funky position because I wanted to just make things convenient and just drive this lady over there. No. Because if other people see that, hey, one of my guys sees it, or some cross-line sees it, somebody sees it, and they're like, I wonder what's happening there. Do you really want that going through your downline's head, or do you want them thinking about how they can grow their business and to secure their future? Remove stuff out of their brain. A really, really good quote I heard from an old upline I had was provide and protect. Provide the tools they need to grow and protect them. So I'm protecting their minds from stupid things that they could be thinking about me because I'm too dumb to protect them. Does that make sense? So if I want to go ahead and ride with the lady, there's no big deal. Just bring someone else in the car. Have another lady get in the car. Have another guy get in the car. Have a group there so it's not weird. If I'm going to go have coffee with the lady on our team, if it absolutely has to happen, just me, I'm going to go to a really public coffee shop. Okay? That's just the way it is. I'm not going to go to a wine bar in the back and sit down there and have coffee with a lady. And better yet, I'm going to go to a public place and I'm going to bring someone with me. I'm going to bring Ashley with me. I'm going to bring another downline with me. I'm going to bring someone else to just kind of make sure that the situation is good. Their role is not to make sure everything's good. Their role is just to be there because obviously nothing is going to happen if that's the case. Last example. Let's say you're showing up to someone's house. If I'm going to, let's say, one of my upline's house. I show up, guy's gone, it's just the lady there. I'm not going to go in and spend time with just the lady. I'm going to wait till he gets back. And I'm going to go sit in the car. I'm going to go somewhere else. Is that normal? No. Obviously, it's not normal. Neither is having 6 or 7 figures of residual income through a network marketing business. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let the guy come home and he's not going to just trust me, but it's just not you don't want that, right? That makes him feel funny. And the last thing I want on his mind is him thinking about me and his wife's relationship. That's stupid. I want him thinking about my business. Is that making sense? So treat people's spouses, husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends with utmost respect. If you're unsure how to handle it in the most professional way you can possibly think of. As you get closer with people, you'll have lower boundaries, more personal kind of space will be invaded, that kind of thing. But never lose the things I just told you. Side hug thing, right? The whole like not going to houses alone, not driving in cars alone, going to public places, regardless of how comfortable you are with people. Trust me on this. I've seen groups literally explode. Years and years of hard work go out the window because people get too close. Does this make sense? All right, cool. Hopefully it does. If it does, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you learned. I also want you to join the private discussion group where we talk about nothing but these topics and using sales funnels for your network marketing business. That is MLMsalesfunnels.com. And also, if you want to learn how we use sales funnels to recruit more people in some days and some weeks than most people do all year long, you can go to MLMRebelsBlueprint.com and learn exactly how we do that. It is a totally free resource for you, MLMRebelsBlueprint.com. So anyway, hopefully you have an amazing day, and we'll talk to y'all very soon.